Hey y'all, it's Confessions from 25 and I'm back with another video. Like the videos and subscribe to the videos so that we can grow. So it was just something that's been kind of weighing on my heart, and I'm very intentional and I'm very communicative. So I just wanted to kind of express something about single motherhood. I wanted to be understood that this channel is not like a feminist channel where I'm promoting single motherhood and telling people this is the life that you want to live. I personally don't think that anybody wants to be a single mother. I do feel like when we go through things in life, we kind of shift our ideology in order to coddle our ego, meaning if you are in a position to where you feel like you need to be a single mother, whatever your reason behind being a single mother, I don't think anybody wants to go through that experience alone. I don't make videos for the purpose of promoting single motherhood. I have a lot of people that are around my age, typically a lot younger than me as well, that are always talking about baby fever, baby fever, baby fever, baby fever. Oh my gosh, you're giving me baby fever. And it's like, it kind of makes me a bit conflicted, because I feel like in a perfect world, you should want to have a child with a man that is your husband, or at least there's a sense of agreement where you guys are coming together and willing to do it together. Your life partner. You want community around you, people that support you and love on you and encourage you and have a willingness and availability and sense of freedom to be able to assist you financially when you're strong, or at least have some type of strategy or plan. In an ideal world, I feel like that is when you should have baby fever, not when you have relationship issues, traumas, things of that nature. My goal is to allow people to know, regardless of your circumstances and the life you've created for yourself, you can always optimize and recreate yourself. You can always find comfortability in your truth. If you are in a situation that's unhealthy for your children, whether it's abusive, whether it's just not a copacetic dynamic, whether you're dealing with the baby like an unconventional pregnancy and there was some type of SA or some situation like that it is possible and that life does go on and that you can build and upkeep a household and that you are valuable. There is a future. There is a sense of overcoming your challenges. That is why I create this channel. Had I had a life my way, I would definitely have a family and all of that. I just don't have it currently, but it doesn't mean that I will never have it either. And so that is what this channel is about. It's not about promoting baby fever vibes and single mama, baby mama vibes, because that's just personally being one. It's not desirable. It's not cute, but it can definitely be made cute. Dealing with your circumstances, standing in your truth and owning your shit and choosing to choose differently moving forward. I always speak of when I was single and didn't have any kids, I felt like there was this strong love for mothers, right? Fast forward, you couldn't get no damn money because you're considered a dependent until you're 25 or something like that. Don't quote me, but you could if you had children. I felt like everybody was incentivized for having children. You can get food stamps, you can get assistance or income tax when you're a parent. It was so many incentives. And even talking to women that would have kids that would be like, oh, you don't understand, you're not a mother, as if I was lesser than because I wasn't a mother. And I never want to give that interpretation here. That is why I try to always promote y'all, even if your situation isn't identical to mine. A lot of the situations that I experience, boundaries, budgeting, lacking self-worth, these are situations that you can experience in your singleness too. It's just that I resonate right now as a single mother because I am one. But please, 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 please don't rush into motherhood without having your shit together. If you can help it, if things do happen, if things don't go as planned, the life still goes on. We keep trucking, we keep moving, and God is still gonna bless you. But again, it's not ideal. I think personally, a lot of women want a child in order to find a sense of identity, like somebody that loves me unconditionally, and you love yourself unconditionally. You don't need a child for that. Or if he has a child with me, then that means that I'm at the top of the list and everybody is at the bottom of the list, or he won't marry me, so I gotta have a child. Like, please do not think like that. That is a distorted way of thinking. Live your life, love your freedom, your availability. Before I had children, I could get in a car and I could go. As much as there are single moms that make it seem like they're just so massively important because they're a single mom and their children are dependent on them, or even women that are in a relationship but really, really single, you know what I mean, whether married or a common law marriage or whatever they have going on, but really feeling single and pulling away by themselves. Nobody wants to live like that. Nobody wants to live and struggle and see their children miss out on grand opportunities and a certain quality and value of life because they are going through hardships. Nobody wants to live like that. I'm transparent with my story because I want to let you know that is a reality and you have the ability of overcoming it, because I'm fucking doing it. It's not a flex. It's not a flex. And I just want that to be stated for, you know, the younger women that do watch my channel. It is like desirable to have that community, and it not just for you but for your child. You know what I mean? Drop in the comments if you understand where I'm coming from or your perception or perspective about this. I know I make this shit look too easy sometimes. No, this way I made this shit look hard. Okay, go look at all of my videos, not just the pretty video. Go look at all of them. All of these strong single mothers that are selling their strength. You know what I mean? Because that's what we have to do. There's no other choice. The babies are here. It's not about you no more. And it takes strength to be able to say that. Because again, you could stay in that toxic environment. You can continue to have your child around things that don't serve them for the benefit of you. But it does take strength to walk away from things that don't serve you. But it takes even more strength before even walking into that type of situation to have restraint, contraceptives, abstinence, really doing your due diligence when it comes to building, planning a baby, not assuming your partner wants a baby or hearing your partner say that they don't want a baby, but then you want a baby. It's about really like looking at your life as a whole and plan. When your money's good, when your relationship is good, when your community is on board, hell, if you don't have no family, you got friends in other community, or you have the funds to be able to afford some type of community, that's when you should have baby fever, because you're going to be producing a baby in peace. But producing a baby in situations that are toxic, infidelity, cheating, abusive situations, being broke, having generational curses, not even having a healed relationship with your family, it's a lot to process being a parent. It's certain things, even as a single parent for me, I'm teaching my kids and I'm like, oh damn, you need to learn that yourself. You know, it's like babies having babies. I think a lot of us, we have this time frame in our mind of, I want to have a baby by this age and this age and this age. I was just saying this week that there are so many stories that I've been seeing of like older people. And what I mean by that, when my granny turned 50, I don't want to hear it. I was like, I don't want to know her age. I tell her happy birthday. I've always been like that, y'all. I remember one time I used to go to this daycare in Jacksonville, Florida, TT's Little Angels, and they found me in the bathroom crying because my auntie Ruby, the day before or like the weekend before, she let me watch Law and Order. This girl passed away on the train tracks and they were like getting all of her vitals and all of her information, and she reminded me of a cheetah girl. In some type of way, that kind of made me start thinking of death and like, oh my God, like, you know, like I'm seeing a girl on the train tracks on Law and Order and she got the little cheetah girl jumpsuit on, and it just made me process like, wow, death is a thing. Just like that, like seriously. So they found me in the bathroom crying because I didn't want nothing to ever happen to my mom and my granny. Like I've always been sensitive like that. So when my granny turned 50, it's like, I don't want to know, she's getting older, she's always going to be youthful in my eyes, happy birthday. But anyway, she told me the other day, because she was talking to the girls and she was like, your Nina is old. And I was like, no, you're not. And she was like, Kiki, I'm 74. And I was like, oh. But I'm just noticing that, you know, there are so many people that are living to 74 and healthy and able to move. My granny and her husband, they go to Walmart, they sit on the patio, the balcony. Like, there is no rush through life. Tomorrow isn't promised, but we're living longer and longer. I've been seeing people on social media with their grannies. You know, it'll be like POV, me and my 70-year-old granny. Like, it's no rush to have a child in your 20s. I think the new structure and standard, I know they say like geriatric pregnancies and stuff, but like 35, 34, like getting up there and having a sense of stability and knowing who you are and where you're going versus having to like go through that while navigating children as well. You know, that's definitely something to consider. Baby fever should be something that comes when you have a sense of belongingness, a sense of stability, and a sense of peace. There's no urgency needed to have a child. And I want that to be very, very like understood. But I'm also here for the girls that is our bag and that is our reality. And we're going to make this shit shake regardless. But please don't be bullied by this whole you're worthless if you're not a mom. You're worthless if you're 20 something and you don't have a child yet. You're a red flag if you're in your 30s and you haven't yet had a child. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And I feel like a lot of that is projections from people, and they feel like because they have that responsibility that you're lesser than because you don't. And you're not. You're the shit. You're a commodity. The world is your oyster. And you have way less limitations when it comes to exploring. Okay, so that's all that I wanted to say. I love you guys. Single mothers, married mothers, divorced mothers, aspiring mothers, and just beautiful women with wombs. You have the ability to choose and to cultivate the life that you want to live. And don't let a whole bunch of people that you see on social media, don't let podcasters, don't let a random ass viral post that's been reposted and probably originated from somebody in their mom's basement with boxers on define your interpretation of the life that you create for yourself. Think about the life that you really want to create for yourself and operate in that way. But I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.